Suavemente.
Sky's the limit, baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie.
You don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Does that mean that you will fight Triple G later this year?
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes.
As I said in the last fight, right now I'll put on the gloves again.
¡Viva México!
Canelo wants to unify all the titles.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power?
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me. So, talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game could see the boxing voice.
Good morning, TBV, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another morning edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I'm your host, Nestor Gibbs, joined alongside Michael Gross, the boss, and we are here to discuss Marcos Maidana, a past Floyd Mayweather Jr., that is, opponent, seems to be making a comeback, but not in the traditional sense. So stick around for all the details. We'll be talking Marcos Maidana, a little bit of Floyd Mayweather, and Jorge Acero Cali? I don't know. 1425-569-5241 is the number to call in and give us your opinion on this, as well as adding Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation. I'm going to head on out to my co-host in Indiana, Gross the Boss.
DiBiase Productions.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it.
BoxingVoice.com.
So, when I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak. He stayed at 147.
A man stand up for what he believe in, and when you stand up for what you believe in, you accept whatever consequences come behind it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yo. Good morning to everybody out there in the TBV universe. Back with another one. And yes, the return or the farewell or the last fight for Marcos Maidana, former Mayweather opponent, had a legendary fight with Adrian Broner. And we'll talk about him and break down what he's doing on this farewell bout. What's going on this?
What up? Good morning. Listen, that Broner fight is the one he really made his bones off of, crazy. He became almost legend status, not based off the Broner win, but off, without that Broner win, he doesn't get that Mayweather shot. And I'm not really sure what it is that he done to stick in the minds of so many boxing fans, but whenever Marcos is mentioned, he's definitely gets these boxing fans excited. Now, this is similar to Mayweather in the sense that it's going to be an exhibition of a sort because Jorge Acero Cali is some sort of kickboxer, former kickboxer, and he's quite old. If you guys are wondering who are these people on the thumbnail, well, that to your left, if you're looking at the screen, is Jorge Acero. He looks quite old, especially when comparing him to Chino Maidana, and even the host of the show. I went through Jorge Acero's Instagram, and this is something they've been planning for a while. I mean, these comments go back a long time. They've been putting together fight posters. They've been meeting. This is something they've been planning for a long time, so I know someone will call in and say, hey, Maidana was supposed to make a comeback before. He didn't make it. I think this is a little different. Once again, it's an exhibition. It's with a kickboxer. The kickboxer is extremely old when comparing him to Maidana. It's 5 rounds, and I'm going to get some more information for you before I give out something false, but I believe it's 5 3-minute rounds. But, Mike, what's your initial thoughts on the exhibition, the comeback? I'll just put it out there. Anytime someone like this on this level is making a comeback, if it's an exhibition like Mayweather, it doesn't matter to me because it doesn't matter. I feel like this will entice them back. Maidana can still put on some great fights. I don't know that he needs to come back, but boxing wouldn't mind him being back.
I mean, when I first heard the story last night, I was like, man, okay. I thought he was coming back early this year. Now I read more in depth to it and just like it's an exhibition against a kickboxer at the cruiserweight limit, possibly. So it's just like, I mean, I'm not really interested in seeing it, but I mean, I'll watch it because it is boxing, and I guess the reason Marcos Maidana gets that kind of fanfare because he was able to get a split decision with Floyd Mayweather. Some people thought he won, I mean, but maybe not a lot. And he got 2 fights with Floyd, had a legendary fight with Broner, you know what I'm saying? Humped Broner in the ring, did some of Broner's own antics to him. So I think that kind of endeared him to fans too. But as far as this kickboxer dude, he's finna fight, I mean, it's cool for him. I mean, what I'm saying? It's good for him. It gets him back in the eyes of the fans. But for us, I mean, what does it really do against a guy named Jorge
Acero?
Acero, yeah, I ain't never heard of him.
I mean, I think what it does for us is it gives us the hope that it will give Maidana the bug. You know, if he gets that itch, then he can come back. This is how you start it. An exhibition.
But like there was like a proposed deal with Al Heyman that was getting money, a tune-up fight, then a comeback fight, all that kind of stuff. If that money can motivate him and give him the bug, will an exhibition at cruiserweight, at the cruiserweight limit?
I think so. I think the fanfare, the social media responses, there's a possibility that it could flip that switch and get him to come back. You know, this is a money grab, but again, boxing is nostalgic. He gets in there, he starts going through the motions, and you never know if he wants to stick around. He gets in there, and the weight comes off simpler than what he assumed. You never know if he wants to stick around. He gets in there, he looks good, and someone comes and offer him the bag. You never know if he's going to come back around. What if Eddie is snooping? What if Eddie flies in? Like, whoa, you look okay. You could get back into shape. Here's a 3-fight deal. Take these 2 tune-ups like Andre Ward. Maybe the Heyman deal was wrong. Maybe Heyman wanted him to get right into shape and fight someone on that level that he wasn't ready for, that he knew would take too much working out. Maybe he needs 2-3 tune-ups to get back into, you know, the old Maidana fashion.
Yeah, you said this was a money grab. I'm looking at it from the standpoint, I don't know how many people are going to be interested in seeing him do an exhibition against a guy named Jorge. And yeah, man, like I mean, look, people are, you know what I'm saying, talking about Marcos Maidana coming back earlier this year. Some fans were excited, but I'm just not seeing the overwhelming amount of people that's clamoring for this guy to be back. Maybe that will all change after this exhibition, but for the most part, I ain't really been hearing. Like, Marcos Maidana, you know what I'm saying, he made his money against Floyd, got paid for them gloves, I mean, he's sitting pretty right now. So I don't really know if he's doing it because he needs the money or it's just the itch that he needs to satisfy before it's all said and done. Hopefully it's the latter, and we can get him back into the ring full time.
I mean, Floyd ain't need the money, right? I mean, look, the opportunity knocks, you answer the door, and I think that's what he's doing. And all I'm saying is that I feel like something can come from this, and possibly fight fans get a little bit more. For Broner, he's alleged retired, right? If they can convince him to come back, him being Maidana, the Broner fight is there. Both guys have been out the ring. Obviously, Broner been out the ring a little longer than Maidana, so he would jump at the opportunity at an immediate rematch with Maidana. Maybe Maidana's not that silly. Maybe Robert Garcia gets involved and says, no, give us a tune-up before. But this definitely gets the conversation going. Maidana is a big name in boxing. I would love to see fights with him and Kell Brook. You know, plenty of names to throw out. You know, being as though that this one is being contracted at cruiserweight, fuck, we could even throw out Canelo, you know? I mean, let him fight Canelo at 175 if he wanted to. I know I just threw that out there playing, but if this starts to smell serious for Golden Boy, would they do that? Remember, they made Canelo versus Victor Ortiz. That went south, and they ended up putting Josecito Lopez. Would they think about a Canelo Maidana? I mean, Do the fans remember Maidana? You just started watching boxing 3-4 years ago. How well do you remember Maidana in the ring?
I seen a fight with him and Khan. I seen maybe like the first Mayweather fight, and I seen the Broner fight. So I really not too much like overly familiar with Maidana, but I know his fighting style, come forward, hard puncher. Fight with Canelo, like he has to do a lot to even get me interested in that kind of fight because he's been out the ring for almost 3-4 years now.
But you're a hardcore. These fights that Maidana will receive, will be offered after this exhibition, will be to cater to the casuals. It would be no different than the Logan Paul KSI. It's like, let's get this subscription grab. Let's get these pay-per-views. You know, whoever chooses them, like, I'm being real. Maidana gets one tune-up in a Thurman fight, I'm all in. Maidana gets one tune-up in a Broner fight, I'm all in. Maidana gets one tune-up in a fucking Sean Porter fight, I'm all in. His style just makes for great fights. Now, one tune-up may not be enough, but if that's all they're giving me, I'm all in.
I was going to say, if Maidana's able to get back down to that 154, 147 limit and get a tune-up fight, then I'll be more invested. But seeing as that he's going to be taking this bout at cruiserweight, I'm not sure how invested I should be. Like, how serious is Maidana about coming back? Is he serious? Is he serious about losing the weight? Is he serious about putting the time in? Or is it just for the bread? I mean, if it's for the bread, hey, bro, I understand. I mean, we all need money, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and then you're a boxer too, so your money ain't always guaranteed or always gonna be there. So I totally get that. But at the end of the day, bro, I'm looking at the fight, and I'm just saying cruiserweight, big dog. Get back down to 154, 160. Then come talk to me.
I mean, look, it's his first fight back. It's versus a kickboxer that's the age of my grandfather, if I still had one. So I don't think there's anything to worry about. Like I said, man, this happened to me when I was extremely heavy. You know, you get slightly motivated. You see that first 30 pounds drop, and you're all in. We don't know what this could do for his psyche is all I'm saying. Plus, I'm just reporting. The report is former 2-division world champion Marcos Chino Maidana is planning to return to the ring for a special attraction bout with Jorge Acero Cali, a former world kickboxing champion. And that fight will be governed by boxing rules. The contest is taking place at a catchweight around cruiserweight limit. The contract signing will take place on Friday, November 15th. In a hotel in Puerto Madero. So,
but you got to ask yourself too, man. Like, what changed, Maidana? Like, if you couldn't be motivated to come back and fight on the PBC stable, what changed to now that makes
level
you
of opposition, Mike? Level of opposition. Heyman was offering him a real fighter. He about to go in there with a quarter of a fighter. He's a kickboxer. You know what I'm saying? And he's fucking someone's grandfather. So Maidana's like, all right, the risk is less here. I don't got to work out. Look, he had to get to like 54 for the first Heyman fight. They talking about cruiserweight. That's 200 pounds. So he's looking at it like, yo, Heyman wanted me to do 10 rounds. This guy's want me to do 5. Heyman wanted me to get to 54. These guys want me to get to 200. I mean, the money, man, it's the money. But me as a boxing fan, as a fan of Maidana, I'm hoping that this entices him. This motivates him. And we can see him back. There's great fights for him to make. You know, in boxing, it doesn't necessarily have to be the welterweight division. Obviously, many would assume that is going to be his most optimal weight. But people move up. You know, I think he should just ignore welterweight altogether. You know, him and Kell Brook is a big fight. So if he chose to go to the Dazn route, he could ask for Liam Smith first. Kell Brook,
Jesse Vargas, maybe
he could even ask for Liam Williams. No, because he needs some tune-up. So he could even ask for like a Liam Williams, then a Smith, then a Brook, you know, then a Vargas.
So you think Brook's an easier fight than Vargas?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Vargas is young, in shape, healthy. Brook isn't. Brook isn't.
Yeah,
Brook.
I don't know. I think Brook is a better fighter.
Yeah,
than
he
Bird.
was, man. He was, but he hasn't been in a real fight in a long time, and
That's true.
we don't know what's up with the with the junior middleweight division. We hear reports that he's too small for that division. He's going back down. He's seeking Khan fights. He's seeking, Terrence Crawford fights. So his mind is on 47, but not too long ago they were telling us he can make 47 and he had to relinquish his belt. So I think it's a lot of cover-up, smoke and mirrors, and that's what I'm saying. If you're Maidana, you zone in on that. You notice it's smoke and mirrors, and you go for that name, and you take care of that dude. You want that international money? Maybe Safada or Jeff Horn in Australia. I think those are easy fights. I know Safada's been doing some damage to Horn, and even he had some tragic news with his sparring partner, but
It's still Safara.
It's still Safara. I seen how Maidana, it's hard to deal with that wild style of Maidana. Punches clobbering you from awkward angles. But yeah, man, once again, just reporting. This is what they're saying. I'm just letting you know so that we could put the prayer hands together and hope that he comes back to boxing. Why not?
Why not? What banner did this gonna be under? Or was it gonna be like under
Chino Maidana Promotions?
Who?
Chino Maidana Promotions.
Chino Maidana.
I actually got a little promo vid that Chino got. Let me send it to the show and play it.
Okay, so that's why he didn't continue with his return to boxing.
Who's
his
that?
trainer, Alex Ariza, told him things were not right.
What wasn't right?
Let me read this.
His body?
Thing. The fighter from Santa Fe started training at the beginning of February 2019 for his return to boxing. However, at the end of April, after intense preparation under the orders of physical trainer Alex Ariza, Maidana decided to return to Argentina and reconsider his decision to return to fight because there were things that were not right with the deal he reached with Premier Boxing Champions. So he's not saying that he didn't want to come back. He was like the deal or the structure or the fights that he was going to get.
That just makes me scratch my head. Like, why didn't Eddie jump on a plane?
I know, right?
Does that dude bring in American subscribers, in your opinion? Because you know less of him than me. See, I know him, so I'm attached. Like, I really want to come back from Maidana. I like him as a fighter, but I don't know. You're less invested. Does he make you keep Dazn? Because you already got it.
That it is intriguing if you can put him in there with somebody that we think is going to be a like that. That's why I brought up a name like Jesse Vargas for the American public. Like Kell Brook is cool. That's the international flavor. I understand that, but if you want a main event with Marcos Maidana, you might have to look at like the Jesse Vargas types or the even Brandon Rios. You know what I'm saying? Just to give him a tune-up, because we know Eddie has Brandon Rios on that stable. Just to give him
Did someone say tune-up? I heard Humberto Soto's name. That'll work.
That's good. That's good too. You know what I'm saying? A guy who beat Brandon Rios. So if you're able to do that, I mean, I'm.
You know what? Rios is a. Excuse me, with the perforated P there. Rios is a better name though, more American known.
But like what I'm saying is like those two fights with Mayweather probably going to add a little cachet and overlay to Marcos Maidana, to where people might be interested in seeing him fight, because like you said, like if they start running those highlights with Mayweather and that little highlight he did with Broner, more and more people gonna be like, oh, okay, that's the dude who fought Broner. That's the dude who humped Broner from the back. Like, that's when I like the highlight that I first like, who the Broner fight this guy, and the highlight that I seen the highlight, and like, damn, is he humping the guy? And that's one I'm saying what became he started down the Marcos Maidana trail, and this was before I even knew he fought Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? So big ups to Marcos.
Yeah, man. Listen, once again, just reporting and kind of hoping that this happens. You know, Marcos is a good excitement for the sport. We got Christian Padilla says Rios, Maidana are friends. RGB, you right. You're right about that. Was Rios' last fight with Robert Garcia as well? He's right.
I believe he was.
He's right. He's right. You know what's I mean, they could always do Victor Ortiz again, but then that means Maidana got to go back to Heyman. But they could do Victor Ortiz rematch. I would watch Berto Maidana. Like, there's still guys in Maidana's age bracket that are interesting to me. You know, what about Sergio Martinez and Marcos Maidana? Martinez was rumored to make a rematch with Chavez. Chavez is doing a comeback with Jacobs. What about Martinez, Sergio Martinez, Marcos Maidana, two Argentines, battle of, you know, who's the greatest Argentine boxer?
Maybe a little bit too much weight for Marco Donald to, like, you know what I'm saying, chew off, man. Because if you're talking about coming back at 168 as damn, what's the guy's name? The name just.
I mean, he's coming back at cruiserweight now. He's coming back at cruiserweight now.
I know, but that's because he's not in shape. But I'm thinking Martinez want to fight Chavez at 168 or 175 because he was in shape. You know what I'm saying? That's just more fighting weight. But Maidana, he's trying to lose weight, so I think that might be a little bit too big for him. I think 154, 160 area is a fight that you need to look for.
83 makes him 35-36, right?
83, yes.
Only 190 something rounds box.
A lot of knockouts.
The boy got he's got life left. He's got life left. He's coming on. He's retiring off of two unanimous majority in a unanimous decision loss to Floyd Mayweather. He also lost to Devin Alexander, Amir Khan, Andre Kotelnik, and that's it. Total of 40 fights, right? Or is it 35? 35 fights, 5 losses, 31 KOs.
Talk about riding off into the sunset, boy. It said two losses to Floyd Mayweather. I ain't got to fight no more. That's crazy.
I mean, yes and no. You know what it is? He's got that Latino mentality. He went back to his country, Argentina. I'm sure it's a third world country just like mine's, and his money converts to more. But in reality, he ain't make that much money. Like, remember, Robert Guerrero was bitching because him and Victor Ortiz was crying because they was only getting 2.5 or in the 2s. So how much did Chino really get? Yeah, we know the rumors, and I pressed Mayweather personally on the gloves, so there was another rumor of 1.5 million. But come on, man, we talking about dudes getting 4 million. Fucking Khan just got 5 for Crawford, you know what I'm saying? So that's 2 Mayweather fights in one fight. So, like, it's scratching, bruh. It's itching because he's seeing. He talking about what? Jesse, I could beat him. He just got 1.7 with Delorme. What the fuck is going on? Delorme, my Argentinian brethren knocked him out. Carlos Abregu. He made 1 point what? No, man. I need to get off this motherfucking couch. That's probably what's happening.
Man, he probably still see Adrian Broner doing pay-per-views and making money. He's just like, bro, what the fuck have I been doing? I beat this guy. You know what I'm saying? He's still a star. Let me be a star right quick, you know what I'm saying? Let me come back and get some of this money. So I can't blame him for not coming back, but I just want to see how serious he's going to be. And I'm glad I read that article, you know what I'm saying, because that tells me it wasn't the lack of training or it wasn't the lack of being motivated to make the weight anymore. It was the deal that with PBC. It just wasn't right for him.
Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and get out to any callers. I got some other stuff lined up, so we're going to get through this one. We're going to get through this one pretty quick and jump right out to another show. Hashtag we working, hashtag TBV podcast. Anywhere hashtags are used, you already know the number. Call in 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline.
And do me a favor. I need everybody to take the time out and write to WBC and get TBV elevated to the WBC podcast franchise champion. I would appreciate that, and thank you guys.
That's right. We deserve it based off merits and accomplishments. We have two gold medals in the podcast Olympics.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
And we are the most called out, you know. I'm guilty of saying a few names here and there. But, I mean, people love, especially in the podcast game, they love to talk about us. So, you know.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining the live stream, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button as it helps with the visibility of the show, and it lets us know that you appreciate the content and the subjects.
Mr. PB.
90 seconds.
BoxingWords.com. I'm the flyest. Canelo talking about he believe he can win. Go to my kitchen. Get the sharpest knife. Cut the bullshit out. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great. Mr. PBC, baby.
What up, Dom? Good morning to you, brother.
Can I get called back?
60 seconds.
Sure, man.
CYP, talk to me.
What up, CYP?
Yo, what up? Good morning. Good morning. Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. What's up, man?
Well, look, I ain't got no issue with Maidana having a farewell fight. You know, the man's entertaining. I personally don't think that he would have took that PBC because they're not about to pay him no grip money for no bullshit comeback fight and then go ahead and run with that money. Nah, buddy, you're going to have to fight somebody on that second fight that we about to pay you a lot of money for a bullshit tune-up. That's all I got on that. Now. Ain't too many viewers, so I know the show going to probably pop on the next show. But check out the CYP Athletes Instagram page. If any of you faggots seem to think that I'm a liar, that I ain't got super
10
hands,
seconds.
crazy. You're crazy. Another demonstration video was up, and y'all knew I was going to do it. Shout out to all the cats who checked it out and started following me on Instagram because they know I'm a real one. And y'all done fucked up. Y'all done woke up a giant, gave me a reason to really train, and I'm going to stop this dude in the first round. It may not be a knockout, but I'm going to stop him because y'all going to wave that shit off. I'm fucking king out here. Y'all should have never fucked with me. Nighty night, boy. I know you going to listen to this shit. I'm out.
CYP. We going out to Donald in Richmond, California.
What up, Donald?
What's going on? What's up? Man, I think that if this works out, he could do the cruiserweight kickboxing fight. Then, Eddie or something swoop in, give him a 3 or 4 fight deal, and then come down to the next one, 175, come down 160 the next one, and if he can make 147, he can. We also forgot that we still got Diego Chavez, even though he's coming off of a loss. That will be a good fight. If you look on Diego Chavez's boxing record, after he had sat out for a while, when Diego Chavez had came back, I think he did like 2 fights at like 154, and then he came back down to 147. So you got Diego Chavez out there for him. You got Brandon Rios out there. You guys mentioned that. Another name you guys forgot that will be a good fight for him at a welterweight would be Robert Guerrero, because Robert Guerrero's on the comeback. That would be a nice scrap as well. But I say, Eddie needs to swoop in, give him 3 fights. Like I said, do 175, next one 160, and get to 147 if he can. Or he can do catch weights at, 150, 152. If he can't make the 147, he can still get something decent at 154.
Cut it. I do like the Robert Guerrero idea. He is on the comeback trail. He's at the end of the road, and it's not going to be a tough fight for Maidana. I do like that fight, Donald.
Yeah, me too. Albany, New York.
What up, New York?
Yo, what's going on? Yo, it's Antonio, man. What you guys doing?
Antonio.
Good morning to you, Antonio.
Yo, 1, 2,
yo, real quick.
3,
yo, real quick.
4,
yo.
5, 6, 7 different numbers for Antonio.
Yo, yo. No, but real quick, cause I got time with it. But yo, I don't mind watching Maidana, one last time. Probably one of the best entertaining Argentinian fighters in my era. I'm only 31. And then, real quick, just right off the topic, this goes out to you, Ness, and all the fucking haters that are hating on Lomachenko and Canelo. If fucking Davis or Haney had the same exact resume as Lomachenko, y'all be spitting a different tune. Same thing goes to Canelo haters. If fucking Charlo or fucking Andrade had the same exact resume as Canelo, y'all be spitting a different tune. And that's my call. I'm at work. Peace.
All right, man. You ain't getting no argument from me on that. But that is the show. NestGTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Catch us right back for another one heavyweight division. It's going down. Mike?
Follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter at Gross2312. See you in a little bit.
Deuce.